Hey everybody, Namo here. So I honestly wasn't expecting to do a vlog today. Didn't really plan on it, but I was thinking I was just gonna be mowing today, but I didn't want to dig the mower out because the garage is a mess. So I just got the weed eater out and knocked down the big stuff. So just kind of being lazy on that. But let me show you what we've accomplished so far today. So down here at the corner of the yard by the road, we've planted this red buckeye. It is native to Kentucky. It says it should take some shade. So we have this big oak tree and this tree and all the trees over there. So it hopefully should, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but it hopefully should grow up pretty good. So there's one thing we've planted today. So down here in the opposite corner of the yard by the road and the driveway, under this weeping willow, we've planted, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a shrubby St. John's wort, a Fothergia, another St. John's wort right here, another Fothergia, and the third and final St. John's wort. Now these will all get to be about, I'd say 3 to 4 foot tall, 3 to 4 foot wide. The St. John's worts have really huge yellow, well, not huge, but a lot, an abundance of yellow flowers. The Fothergias have an abundance of white flowers. They're kind of stringy. They kind of hang down like this. So that should take up that spot. Normally I would take Roundup and kill out all this grass, but that building is starting to get really hot. So I've got the boys up at the shed, at the little building right now, cleaning out all the straw, putting it in the wheelbarrow and then dumping it in the compost pile. So we're uncovering the insulation that I used from all my plants. That way I can get to them better. I can check on them better. They can start acclimating. I have to start opening the door a little bit more, letting the breeze come in and stuff. It's about time. I usually set them all out about Easter. So it's about time for them to start coming out because Easter is in 2 weeks, I believe. So yeah, it really hasn't been a threat of frost lately, so they should be able to be set out, but I still have some more to show you. So this is the Sweet Bay Magnolia I planted last year, and as you can see, it's broke. There's the top. I planted it last year. It seems to be doing good. See, all the buds are starting to look healthy. They're not brown, so that's a good thing. But yeah, the ice storm we had came in and completely just wrecked the top of the tree. So this one's probably going to take over as the leader. But since I planted that one last year and I have 3 others, I've got one here. See, this is a little like tractor trail. There's a telephone pole, electric pole, whatever it is back there. So if they have to work on it, they have to drive down this way. I believe that's why it was actually created. But I've got another one here. And the third and final one right here. It's where they're all going to grow up, kind of intermingle with each other, completely shade this area. At least that's the hope. So, of course, magnolias, big, beautiful white flowers, and year-round leaves. So, yeah, at least this type of magnolia, these Sweet Bays, they have year-round leaves. So, these 3 I just pulled out of the shed, and I'm hoping because it rained this morning, I'm hoping there's enough moisture in the soil that I don't have to pull out the water hose and water them. But we should be having some rain here in the next few days. So I think they should all be fine, everything we've planted so far. Now we're not going to plant these just yet. I honestly don't know what these are. I dug them up at work, and this one and the one up by the front door, they stay green. This one, when it flushes out, it looks just like the other two, but once it acclimates and flushes out fully, everything turns like a deep kind of purplish red. And that one down there is the only one that's flowered so far. And I wasn't able to get a picture of it when it did to be able to identify it. So I'm hoping they flower sometime this year. But like I said, we're not putting them in just yet because, like I said in the last one, we got to repair this. So, and of course, it's looking like we're going to have to throw some dirt in all of this. And we had some banana plants, banana trees, whatever you want to call them, these things right here. We dug them up and tried to fill it back in, but they take so much room that there's a hole now. And here's the other one I was telling you about. Like I said, we're not going to put it in yet because we're just going to let it sit there and kind of get used to this area and hope that they like it. So once the deck's done and we put the steps in here, start building the walkway, but I'll have this able to be taken care of. I also got these wild blackberries that I potted up last time. Got them over here where I want to plant them so that they can get used to it. It is kind of on a hill, so I've got them pots propped up so they don't fall over. But I have to cut this one probably about here and about here because it's kind of long at the moment, and also the ends look a little dead. But they'll go in there eventually once the roots establish a little bit more. They are starting to flush out. That one's kind of hard to see. This one, you can kind of see them. It's focusing on everything behind it. Here, this limb actually, yeah, you can see it's starting to flush out. So they're liking the soil that they're in at the moment. So once they gain enough roots here in the next few weeks, they'll be dug in and permanent. I've also had to mix up some more potting soil. So that's what the Pro Mix looks like. This is the best potting soil you can get. It's like it's the only thing we ever used in any of the nurseries. Excuse me. It's like the only thing we used in any of the nurseries that I ever worked in. And of course, earthworm castings for a little bit more nitrogen. And we've been just throwing it all in here. We used up all of that compost. So now we've got all that compost. And like I said, it's a 1-in-1 mixture. Like I said, it's a 1-in-1 mixture. We've filled up one of these Monrovia buckets with that potting soil, and one of these Monrovia buckets with that compost. And then we put about maybe 2 of these little black buckets of worm castings in it. Threw it all in there, sealed it up, gave it a good turn. And it makes some really rich soil that the plants absolutely love. Alright, so now we're pretty much done for the day. So we got more stuff planted. When I went to Walmart today, I saw some bulbs and roots for like gladiolas and lilies and not irises, but lilies and daylilies. So I picked some of those up because, if you don't get them now, they're just going to rot in those bags, and Walmart's still going to sell them. And you're going to buy a bag of rotten crap. Yeah, go ahead and, if you're wanting to get some, go ahead and get them now. But we put them in pots because we're not planting them out yet. Hold on. So there's daylilies. Right there, in this little bed beside the shed. And they're gorgeous. They're like, I think I already talked about them before. They're like a really deep, dark red, almost purplish. So I'm going to dig those up eventually. I'm worn out. I'm not doing anything else outside today other than, putting stuff away. I'm going to dig those up. And we've got classic blue iris, really fragrant, like pale pink irises. Door keeps closing on me. There's some blue flag iris, which is native to Kentucky. And I think that was it for in here. Hold on. All right, I had to prop the door open. That was really getting annoying. So here's the bulbs we bought. Those are all gladiolas, and then those are lilies. So there's like 20 corms, which they call bulbs, but they're corms in each one of these pots. And then when it comes to the lilies, there's about 3 to 5 roots, bulbs and roots. The daylilies are roots, the actual lilies are bulbs. But I got them potted up so that when all of this flushes out and starts looking good, being nice and healthy, we're going to put them out down along the fence row. Now, also down along the fence row, again, they're really hard to see. Nothing's really fleshed out yet. It's red twig dogwoods about every other wooden post. So there's, no, that's okay. There's one there, and one there, and one there. So there's one. There's one. And there's one. And then we're right here at the corner of the yard where I put the St. John's wort and Fothergias earlier. And I also had a peony that I had no idea where I was going to put, so I figured why not put it here. So all that's those are eventually going to get huge like this. You're just seeing my hand right now. And then this will be like right here. So there will be some little spots for, taking mulch in. And then, like I showed you earlier, we're back to the little building where the magnolia I planted last year was. I've had these. They're Richmond purple Nandinas. I've had them for God knows how many years. A while. A while. So I'm not planting them in right now. I'm gonna leave them here to kind of acclimate because they've been in the shed for a while. But if you see there, and right here, I've put in, we didn't clean them up. I put in the biggest clumps of the banana trees. And I really don't want them. I hope they kind of don't come back. So that pretty much concludes it. I've sent both boys in to get showers because we're all just gross. So they've gone in. I'm doing the last little bit of cleanup, and then I'm going to go in and get me a shower and probably just veg out for the rest of the night. I had planned on possibly starting a fire in the fire pit tonight. I'm worn out. I don't want to. We still might, because, I mean, for some reason I get in the shower, and then I get out feeling like I did nothing at all. So, kind of looking forward to that. But that's probably where I'm going to leave you today, because I'm done. I just got some cleanup left to do. That's really it. Like I said, we mixed up all that potting soil compost mix with some of the worm castings. We added that into everything that we put in today, because the soil out here is nothing but clay. So any kind of soil additives is going to help, especially add more nutrient into it, which is what they all need. Putting something straight into clay and then hoping it lives, it probably won't. So you got to add something into it. So that's what we did. We mixed it all up. We added it. That's why we got a bunch of dirt clods all over the yard, because we didn't use it all. But that's it. That's all we've done today. I need to go rest. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.